Hi everybody. I pressed the live video thinking, will I do a live or will I not do a live? Anyway, I by accident pressed it, and so some of you saw me and some of you didn't, and I didn't realise, and now it's kind of made me go and do this live video. Anyway, this is kind of an emotional video, if you like. So, somebody said to me the other day, you know, you look like you've got your stuff together, that you've really got, that look well presented, and that, I don't know, my life runs well, or I look good from the outside, I suppose. And it's funny, you know, because we often kind of like to give that message across because we don't want people to know what's really going on the inside. Anyway, so I got a few lovely messages the other day. I shared there recently about my hair falling out and not knowing what's going on behind that and why that's happening or whatever. And somebody said to me that they're really thankful that I shared that and about their own experiences and everything. And I kind of thought to myself, it's lovely that somebody can connect with you and let you know how they're feeling. And oftentimes social media is used for, you know, just fakeness and pretending that we're somebody that we're not. And I know that there's loads of good stuff with it as well. And I would often have Facebook for like slow cooker recipes and all that kind of stuff or whatever. Anyway, you may think, why am I putting this on my image consultancy page? But it's because, as someone said to me, you know, oh, you look lovely, your clothes are always lovely, this, that and the other. And of course I have to make the effort because it's the business that I've chose to kind of enter into and that. And sometimes it can be hard because I no more feel like getting dressed up and getting my hair done. And well, at the moment I don't really want to do my hair because I'm afraid of it falling out. And I don't like doing lives and videos because I'm conscious of my teeth. I got braces years ago, and I suppose when your parents pay for things, sometimes we can take it for granted, you know. So I didn't wear my retainers as often as I should have done, and my teeth went back crooked again. But I never noticed how crooked my teeth really were until a few people said it to me. And I know they're not that awful bad. So I'm currently going to get an Invisalign on my teeth. So I'll let you know how that goes. And I should have a lovely smiley face. Hopefully, I think he said maybe 12 months or so. So that's with my teeth. That's with my hair. I suppose I just want to show you like really who I am and how we can look great on the outside, but not always is it the case on the inside. So I slowly was introducing you into like little things about myself. So I know when I was going to a Gokwan event, you may have seen on my table that I had like my magazines and my coffee and all that kind of stuff ready for my journey. And it was lovely to have kind of time away from my children, and I love my children, but it's nice to have that downtime for yourself. Anyway, so so in the last year and a half, I've got anxiety, which I've never had before in my life. Hold on a second. Okay. So anyways, I'll talk about that again another time. So I'm actually quite good with it. It's just today has brought up some stuff. I was talking to somebody the other day about you know, taboo subjects that we don't like to talk about because we're embarrassed or ashamed or told like you just don't talk about these things. So anyways, I'm currently God, it's so exposing, you know, to like sitting in the car crying to all these people who you may never see, who follow you on Facebook or whatever the case it is. But I'm doing this because it might help some other people. Anyway, so I'm sitting in my Jeep here, and I'm just after coming out of hospital, getting blood test done, because I am currently having an ectopic pregnancy. And I've been fine about this for ages, and I'm holding it together and that, and then just today it's kind of come to a head because on the 15th of May I went on holidays, and on the 16th of May, so a week before that I found out I was pregnant, and then on the 16th of May I started getting pains. So we went to the hospital and we're in Spain, and they went through loads of stuff and said to me they can't see a sac, and that they think I could be having a miscarriage or an ectopic pregnancy. Anyways, I had to go back in on Saturday, and in between that time I was bleeding, and then on the Saturday I was clotting, and there's loads more of this in between, but I don't want to. This is my first time doing this with you guys, and I'm not quite sure how to do it or what to do, or whether you appreciate it or whether you don't. Or so anyway, so I had a horrific pain on the Saturday, and I was put into a hospital room by myself, and I couldn't bring in my children or my husband. They couldn't speak the language, so that was really frightening. We hadn't told anybody that we were pregnant, because we just wanted to wait just a little bit longer. But I suppose one of the taboo subjects is people are afraid to say that they're pregnant because, afraid, in case you miscarry and stuff like that. But really and truly, I don't agree with that, and I have told people that when I was pregnant that I am pregnant, because I do get hyperemesis, which is extreme morning sickness, and you vomit all the time. And excuse me, all snots and tears and everything. And I told some of my close friends because I just thought that at least they will know that I can be real and just say I don't feel very well today, or I feel like this today, and have that support, I suppose, And I suppose maybe people don't want you to say that you're miscarrying because, or not that you're miscarrying, that you're pregnant, because it saves face then if you're going to miscarry. But I don't know, maybe I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I would just tell people if I was miscarrying anyways, I don't think that's something I could hide and put a smile on my face and pretend to the world that I'm absolutely fine. Thanks for that love heart, whoever put that up. Hi, Patricia and Judy, and the few others that are watching. Anyway, so I did my best to stay present in every moment while I was on holidays, and just try and be normal around my kids, and, do the things that you would do on holidays and that, and, just to be that strong woman that we always try and be. And that was all fine and good. And then they told me to take a pregnancy test when I came home, and it should say negative, but actually my pregnancy test, I forgot to take it until 2 weeks later, and it says positive. So that was another roller coaster of emotions, because I was wondering then if I maybe could be pregnant with twins, and I lost one. So thanks, Trish. Yeah, so that was really hard. And then I'd tell all my family and everything, thanks Nora, that we were pregnant and we're losing it. And it's hard when you're losing a baby, because you might blame yourself sometimes, why couldn't I hold it? Did I do the right things? Should I have flown? And I asked the doctor, was it okay to fly? Anyways, they said it was okay, and then you hear some conflict and stuff, and you're afraid of judgment, and you're afraid that people might give off because you flew and whatever. Anyway, so I was just trying to hold my stuff together, and I did a good job of it. Anyway, so when I was in Spain, I was been prodded and poked and internal scans done and everything. And then when I came home, I had to go through the whole thing again. And I think everybody has seen me downstairs now at this stage, and all the blood tests that I've done, and bruises on my arms and everything. So it ended up that they had to take bloods every 48 hours to see if it was rising. What happened was my bloods had dropped on holidays, and then when I came home 2 weeks later, they started rising again. So they said they were sorry to say that it's actually ectopic pregnancy now. And because there's no sac, they don't know where the baby is gone or where the cells or whatever is left is gone. So they didn't know whether it was in my ovary, which I didn't realise it could be, but they said that sometimes the egg mightn't come out of the ovary. Excuse me, and it can get fertilised. It could be in my, my fallopian tube, in my uterus, and in the tummy. It could be actually in my tummy. And I was thinking, how can it be in my tummy? You know, they're two separate areas. And I said this to her, and she said, oh, there's a little way they can get out now because it's so small. So it could be in along with my organs. And that if it ruptures, I can bleed internally and it can be life-threatening. And so they wanted to kill what was ever there. So they wanted to give me, excuse me now, I mightn't pronounce this properly. Is it Methotrexate? So it's a chemo injection. And so I might only need one of those injections, but I could need 2, but I don't need any more than 3. So I have to get this injection, and it's going to kill everything. It's going to make me a bit sick, but it's a mild chemo, and I don't take away from anybody who's going through chemo, because I know it's no easy feat, and I take my hat off to all of you. And I suppose, like, there's a grievance, you know, when you have to take this chemo injection because it's killing whatever's left. And I suppose there's still a glimmer of hope that you would think that, like, that this pregnancy would be viable, you know. But I know it's not. And I don't want to put that poison in my system. But I know it's probably for my better good. So, and I know, like, other things happen in the world that are really hard. Like on my way to Castlebar today, there must be a really bad car crash because the whole road was closed off. So I was thinking to myself that some people have it worse, you know, and be in the moment, and, you know, and I'm healthy and strong and everything else. But anyways, so my little battle at the moment is getting this done, finding out today if my levels have dropped again, and will I get this chemo injection, or what's going to happen. So this has gone on over a month now. And I suppose just to say to you again, I'm just using maybe my page as a little bit of a platform to show that not everybody has it together, and they look like they do, and sometimes it's okay to fall apart maybe. And don't get me wrong, most of my days I'm actually pretty upbeat and positive and strong, and, you know, I'm there for my kids, and I'm not usually this emotional wreck, but I suppose I haven't been allowing myself the space to be kind to myself and nurture how I'm feeling at the moment. So I'm taking this very vulnerable step and letting you guys see what's going on for me, because people have said, you know, I've given them strength and different things, and would I maybe let people know about what I'm going through so it might help others. So I'm a bit conscious about doing this in case I get backlashing and whatever else from people and judgment and that. Anyway, to end on, I suppose, I'm getting a biopsy of my stomach to find out if I'm celiac for once and for all, because I'm crippled with pain in my stomach all the time, and a colonoscopy because I was bleeding from tail end in that as well, and having severe cramps. And, you know, I've done all the Googling and all the stuff that you're not meant to do, and talking to all these other people, and I've given myself cancer nearly in my stomach. And I don't say that like belittling what other people have gone through, and I don't mean to be sounding like, I don't know, I don't mean to offend anybody. It's just sometimes just people just, you know, we worry, and we're trying to just seek the information to make it right, and to know that we're going to be okay. And sometimes in that process we read too much, or we talk to the wrong people, and we can self-diagnose ourselves with different things. So I do have to come away from that type of thing, and Facebook and everything, and I haven't been on my page only to stick up pictures, and I know I haven't put in details of stuff because I've been trying to deal with this stuff here. So I had to cancel my biopsy and my colonoscopy when I found out I was pregnant, and I was a bit disappointed about that because I really need to get that done. And then when I found out then I was miscarrying, I put myself back on the list again. And now I'm finding out it's ectopic, and I might need to get this chemo injection, and therefore I mightn't be able to get those procedures done again. So I may have to ring them today now and cancel all of them. So anyways, in a few hours' time I'll be getting a phone call to be told whether my levels have dropped or not. and told whether I'm going to get this chemo injection that I'm scared to get, that I don't really want. And I'm so reactive to medication, and I was sick there last August, but maybe I might do that in some other video. We'll see how this one goes. I don't want to overload you with stuff. Don't get me wrong, I feel like I'm waffling an awful lot of stuff here. And there's a lot of stuff going on, but actually generally I'm fairly holding myself together. So there's a sadness, I suppose, about getting this injection, because it means that it's definitely going. And I know it has to go. And also, for you guys who may have had this before, if you get a chemo injection, then you're not allowed to have a baby for 6 months, because it can, I think, kill maybe the fetus, and also your body can't absorb folic acid. And it's not necessarily that I want to get pregnant, you know, in the next 6 months. And it'd be lovely to have a third child, don't get me wrong. And I know I'm so blessed with the 2 I have, and I'm so grateful. But it's just annoying when something takes that decision from you. But it is what it is. Look, and I know people are going through a lot more in life than what I'm going through. But anyways, that's just it. I just kind of wanted to let you know that people might look like they've got their stuff together from the outside. And I know people say it's okay not to be okay. And I've been in talks with a girl lately who I've just realised is severely suffering with anxiety. And I've been trying to help her. And she's so appreciative of that. And I'm glad that I can help her, because I'm kind of out the other side of that, I think. But I've come to realise, you know, being a mom, being a mother, not so much a wife, but people have opinions all the time and tell you, like, you know, how you should be when you're pregnant, and what stuff you should buy for your child, and how you should breastfeed, and that you should breastfeed or bottle feed. And there's constant, like, I've noticed, opinions flying at you all the time, and it's so overwhelming being a mom for the first time anyway. And now I've entered into Save My Children starting school, so you're meeting like parents who are, some parents have kids already in the school, so they know what's ahead of them, but you don't know what's ahead of them when your kids are going to school first. And what was interesting to me was, like that from the outside, I'd see these mothers looking so well, going to school, all dressed up, you know, and then I've got to meet one or two of the mothers. And you know what? One of them just kind of struck me. She always looked so well, always looked like she had her stuff together. And then I got chatting to her one day, and I come to realise she actually just keeping her head above water. And nobody knows where the shoe hurts, as my granny always says. And it's very easy for us to judge, and it's very easy for us to sit behind our phones and quickly send a message and, you know, just offer up our opinion. And sometimes they say, if you've nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. But we can tend to bypass that at times. Anyway, I'm just... I'm realising that everybody has a story. And everybody's going through their own stuff. And I might see on Facebook, like, these people, like, of course, so I'm in the image consultancy and the personal shopping. And you know what? I do put up pictures, and sometimes I'm embarrassed by how I look, or I'm tired, because I have chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. And I just think to myself, I can't put myself up here on the page, and I can't take a picture of myself in a dress because I don't look good, or I don't have makeup on, or my teeth aren't straight, and my hair isn't done, and, you know, I'm not wearing the right shoes. And I know I put myself in this job, and I know I put myself up for this type of stuff. But I do actually really love it, and I do really enjoy it, and I do love clothes, and I do love how it tells everybody's own story, and how it can give people confidence in that, you know. So sometimes I'll just take pictures and put them up on my page. And I suppose I'm just trying to get it right. And it is a new business for me. I've been a hairdresser since, oh my God, I've been doing people's hair since I nearly came out of the womb. And same with kind of picking clothes and dressing people and stuff like that. So, but I went off to hairdressing college when I was around 19. And then I kind of was working in Dublin, I was working in Galway, I was doing fashion shows. I did the Galway Now magazine. I wasn't in it, I was doing their hair. I did 5 pages of that on the front cover, so I was kind of glad of that. And then I went off travelling. I came home then, and I worked at home in Westport for a while. And then I opened up my own salon. People were asking me to do that, so I did that. That was another learning curve. Maybe I might do another a blog or something about that another time, because that was definitely an eye-opener, and I kind of got to know myself an awful lot through that. And it's very hard work. And so has been a stay-at-home mom. So this lovely outlet is actually very welcomed to do this job that I'm doing. Yeah, so then I just was between different things and sick family members and all the rest. I came away from full-time work and minded my child who was sick for a while, and then had another child. And then they're just now starting back at school, so I had time for myself to set up this business. So that's what I'm doing now. Really enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to what's to come and getting busier and getting feedback from you guys to let me know if I'm doing things right or doing things wrong, or what you'd like me to see on the page. And I'm not always going to be in all the shops to get all the pictures and to do all that, because I don't have all that time. But it's a slow build and it's a slow process, so I hope you enjoy it. Anyways, I'm not quite sure should I have done this video. I'm not quite sure should I have done it at a different time so I wouldn't have been so emotional. It is raw, it is vulnerable, and I will be okay. But I just thought that maybe it might help some of you guys, and I'm not doing this video because I need like all the attention, or that I need all the pity, or all that type of stuff. It was just something that I just thought that I would share, that, you know, people might look one way sometimes and it's not always how they are, and they do have their own battles and struggles, not always but sometimes, and also just to, you know, let you into my life and get to know me a small bit if you're following my page. And, you know, it's not all roses in the garden, but oftentimes, you know, it is. So look, I hope you guys have a lovely day. I'll keep you in touch and let you know how it goes. And please don't send me any harsh messages or no trolls. Don't think I can handle that type of stuff. And if you want more videos at some stage, they'll hopefully be more upbeat than I can do. Maybe you can let me know. Okay, have a great day, and thanks for watching, and thanks for all your kind love hearts and messages. Okay, take care. Goodbye.